Khan Shalom. All praises and glory go to the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakah, Apostle Ramlab, and the Shalom to all the sincere Achim that are pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Before I continue, I want to say that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel that the Bible speaks about, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the chosen people of the Heavenly Father. The people that live in the land of Israel today, they go back to the Khazarians, which go back to the Amalekites, which is the chiefest tribe of the nation of Esau Edom. The people that call themselves white, European, Caucasian, Australian, or American, they all go back to the nation of Esau Edom as well, you know. And so with that, these videos are made to wake up our people, to lead them back to the Heavenly Father, because judgment is being passed. All right. Now, I wanted to go into this chapter, interesting chapter, concerning how do you say that? Avoiding fornication and things that are stumbling blocks in this truth, right? So it says, this is 1 Corinthians 10:1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, right? And did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink. For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the Yahweh Shai is that rock. You know, when you're thirsty, when you're tired, or whatever, you're hungry, Yahweh Shai is the one that you gotta build on, right? He's the one that makes sure that you get exactly what you need, not necessarily what you want. Okay. Verse 5, but with many of them the Most High was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. You see? So the Most High had to kill a lot of people, just like he has to kill a lot of people now as well, man. You know? Because a lot of people ain't right. A lot of people don't want to submit unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They want to do whatever they want, you know? And then they twist the scriptures and say that you shouldn't take it that serious or whatever. You know, he knows my heart. Is, you know? But that's not how you operate, man. When you go to the military, you don't just do everything that the drill sergeant says, and then all of a sudden you say you don't want to wear a uniform. You know, that's what these people are doing. They want to do whatever they choose the things that they want to do, and whatever they don't want to do, you know, they claim that you know, it's not beneficial. So they pick and choose what they want to do, and then when it comes to the Most High, they want to pick and choose, you know. And basically, but for Esau at the job, they don't pick and choose. They do the whole thing, you know. Now these things are examples to the intent we should not lust after evil things as they also lusted. Neither be idolaters as were some of them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Right? Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000. Neither let us tempt Yahushua, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed of serpents. Yeah? Okay. Verse 10, neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured, and were destroyed of the destroyer. Now all these things happen unto them for examples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Now all these things happen unto them for examples, and they are written for our admonition. Now all these things happen unto them for examples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. You see, so it's all an example for us. That's why it's written, it's recorded, right? You know, so that we know what not to do. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed, lest he fall. Right? Take heed lest he fall. There had no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So you're going to bear certain hardships, man. Because the Most High don't want no soft guys around him that didn't prove themselves, right? Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry. I speak as to wise men. Judge ye what I say. The cup of blessing which we bless, is it not the communion of the blood of Yahushai? The bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of Yahushai? God. For we being many are one bread and one body, for we are all partakers of that one bread. Behold Yasharallah, behold Israel, after the flesh. Are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar? What say I then? That the idol is anything, or that which is offered is in sacrifice to idols is anything, Because the idol can't do nothing for you, man. But still, the Most High, still has spirits on the left hand side, though. People still worship it. God, verse 20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to God. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Ye cannot drink the cup of Yahweh and the cup of the devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of table of devils. Right? And that's in Matthew's as well, I believe. God, verse 22. Do we provoke Yahweh to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. You see, so there's a bunch of things that are lawful, but it's not expedient. I'm going to give you an example, like putting a sodomite to death. That's lawful, but in this society, they'll put you in the jail, man, under the jail, probably. And also, how do you say that? Chasing after women, having a lot of women is lawful, but you ain't supposed to be in that spirit, because that could also turn into a lustful spirit that you'll never have enough, God. Verse 26, for the earth is the Lord's. Verse 24, let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth. Whatsoever is sold in the shambles, that eat, asking no question for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, and ye be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat asking no questions for conscience sake. You see? So you need to deal wise as well. Of course, you're not going to flat out start eating pork if you know it's pork, or shrimp or crab or lobster or whatever it could be, You're not going to do that. But if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto for God. This is offered in sacrifice unto idols. Eat not for his sake that showed it, and for conscience sake. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. Conscience, I say, not thine, but of others. For why is my liberty judged of another man's conscience? Right? Because they know the law. They dealing with common sense as well. For if by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of? For that for which I give thanks. God, that's a question you gotta ask yourself, man. If I by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of for that for which I give thanks? So those are things that that happened to the disciples as well when they cried, I believe, to say that they are worthy of serving Yahweh Shai. That's Acts 4. So like it bear me. Good. Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do, all to the glory of the Most High. Give none offense, neither to the Jews, nor to the Gentiles, nor to the church of the Most High, even as I please all men, in all things not seeking mine own profit, but the profit of many, that they may be saved. So yeah, with that, I'm going to say all praises and glory go to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. You know, this is a nice chapter, man. You know, that it shows you to have patience and temperance, man. God. So with that, I'm going to say all praises and glory go to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, and Shalom.